Okay, so today we're going to talk about solving inequalities. Solving inequalities is going to be our lesson for today. This should be review. We've done this before. And so if you look, it says solve, then graph the solution set on a number line. So what do I do first? Solve it, yeah? Okay, so tell me, how do I solve that inequality? Yep. Add 6. I'm going to take the negative over to the right, and so I get y to be what? Less than 9. So now I need to graph that. So remember, one of the things we do is we always start with a 0 on our number line. And then I'm going to go ahead 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At 9, what am I going to put?
Open.
Yep, open circle. And which way am I going to shade? To the left. And then remember, when I get to the arrow, I'm going to shade that nice and big. And there you go. Think you can handle those? Fairly straightforward. Now this one's going to be a little more on the solving part. Yeah, what do I do? Okay.
On the other one, how do you know when, I forgot, which one, how do you know when to do the open circle and the closed circle?
The open circle occurs when there is no equal to sign. Okay? If I wanted to use a closed circle, there would be an equal to sign just like that. And that's like half equals. And so that's when you use the closed circle. Okay? So let's go and look at this one. What am I going to do to solve? Subtract 4w from both sides. And then that leaves me with w minus 3 is greater than 2. What do you do now? Add 3 to both sides. And so what do you get w to be greater than? 5. So I'm going to start with a 0. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What type of circle on 5? Open. Shade which way? To the right. Now, just a little review. How can I tell which one is less than and which one is greater than?
The big part is no.
Less than always points to the left. Less than points to the left. This one points to the right, therefore it's got to be greater than. Okay? Less than always points to the left. So let's look at this one. What do you do to solve that? Divide by negative 4. Now, whenever you divide by negative 4 or whenever you multiply by a negative number, you always have to flip the inequality. So this is a negative number I've divided by, so ding, ding, ding. That means that you should flip the inequality. So you just turn it. So now, what is negative 4x divided by negative 4? 1x. Okay, over here, 24 divided by negative 4. Negative 6. So whenever you divide, now notice that doesn't mean that the 24 has to be negative. It's this number right here on the bottom that has to be negative in order for you to flip that. And so this is x is less than or equal to negative 6. So here I'm going to go ahead and graph negative 6.
So whenever you divide by a negative number?
Whenever you divide by a negative number, you flip the inequality. What type of circle at negative 6? Closed. Which way am I going to shade? To the left. And the other thing is, if your variable is written first, in this case x's and all the other ones are, the inequality indicates which direction you're going to shade. So if you always have the variable on the left side here, you look at the way your inequality is pointing, and that's the way you're going to shade. So notice here, it says you're going to point left, so you're going to shade left. So that's just kind of another little trick you can do. All right, this one. What do you do? Divide by negative 9.2. Now, whenever I do that, that automatically means that I need to flip the inequality. On the left side, what am I left with? Y. On the right side, what is 23 divided by negative 9.2? 23 divided by negative 9.2. Answer should negative 2.5. So now the question is, how do you graph negative 2.5? Ideas? Negative 2.5, you're just going to go halfway between the negative 2 and the negative 3. And what type of circle? Open. So if you wanted really, you could do this. Put a little arrow and then say that that's what it in fact equals. Which way am I going to shade? To the right. So now notice my variable is listed first. Look at the way the inequality is going, and then that should tell you again how you can shade. Questions so far? Okay, let's look at this one right here. It says, define a variable, write an inequality for each problem and solve. 12 less than the product of 3 and a number is less than 21. So 12 less than. Remember, whenever we have a less than, that means we leave a space, and then we put our minus 12. Okay, so 12 less than the product of 3 and a number. What would the product of 3 and a number be? 3n. Where do I put that? In the blank. That's right here. So 12 less than the product of 3 and a number is less than 21. Now the question is, once again, less than, remember, points to the left. So that's how you would know how to solve that. So what do I do first? Add 12, good. I do opposite, so I get 3n on the left is less than 33. What do you do now? Divide by what? 3. So you get n to be less than 11. So here's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What type of circle 11? Open, shade which way? To the left. Okay, yes sir?
How come you didn't flip it like right there?
Because you didn't divide by a negative number.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Question is, why didn't I flip the sign right here? It's because 3 is not negative.
Is that just with division and multiplication?
It's just with division and multiplication, yeah. It's those, both of those operations. Okay, now this one's going to be getting a little more in depth. So I want you to look at that and tell me what you think we're going to do here. Now I could do that, and you know, it was said, let's divide by 5 by 6 and 58 by 6. Problem is, you know, those are going to get some fractions. Okay? I'm going to do something a little different. We'll see. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 6. Now, do I flip the inequality?
No.
No, because 6 is positive. On the left side, what do you get? Negative 24n is less than or equal to 5n plus 58. Now see how slick that worked? By getting rid of the fraction, I've made this a lot more manageable of a problem. So here I'm going to now subtract 5n from both sides. And when I do that, I get negative 29n is less than or equal to 58. What do you do now? Divide by negative 29. Ding, 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 ding. What do you got to do? Switch it. Yep. And n is greater than or equal to? Negative 2. Very good. So let's go ahead and put a 0, negative 1, negative 2. What type of circle? Closed. Shade which way? To the right. Okay. Questions? Just about done. Now on this one, what are you going to do? Distribute. Very good. So let's go ahead and distribute. So if I distribute here, I get 24x minus 18 is less than or equal to 20x plus 6. Okay, think we could finish that one? Okay, let's go ahead and look at the next one then. Sal's company pays Jim to advertise on Jim's website. Jim's website earns $15 per month plus 5 cents every time a visitor clicks on the advertisement. What is the least number of clicks per month that Jim needs in order to earn $50 per month or more? So first of all, how much is Sal paying? He's paying what? Flat fee. $15 per month. Then he's paying 0.05 cents for every click. He wants to earn how much? $50 or more. So he wants to earn $50 plus. Okay. So what symbol is going to go here? Is it going to be this one, or equal to? First of all, is it going to be equal? No, because he wants to earn more. Is it going to be less than? Do we want 15 plus 0.05c to be less than 50?
Yes.
We do? What does he want to do? He wants to make money, right? So he wants this to be greater than 50. Okay, now here's one other thing. Look at what it says. Earn $50 per month or more. So would he be happy with 50?
Yeah.
So I also need the equal to sign. Now if it just said more than $50 a month, you would just have a greater than. But it said $50 per month or more. So then now all I have to do is solve that one. So to solve that one, what are you going to do first? Minus 15. Okay, so this would be how you would solve it, minus 15. So I would get 0.05c is greater than or equal to 35. What do you do now? Divide by 0.05, and what do you get? What does that come out to be? 700. So let's put into context what this means. This says C. What does C stand for? Clicks greater than or equal to 700. So what is the least number of clicks? You would need 700 clicks. Alrighty, questions? There's your assignment, 10 through 36 evens, due Tuesday.